Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. Tis me, the magical, mystical Macy Shear. And if you're tuning in, this is the Sheer Shit Podcast. Where we talk about weird things. And today, I'm gonna go really fast. The original recording that I had, cut off 10 minutes of me talking. So this is gonna be really fast because I do have some stuff that I need to get done today. And we're also going to take a leap into a different direction. Instead of talking about weird news going on in the world, we're going to talk about the I think they're called cryptids or cryptoids, whatever. But whatever they're called, or the cryptos. Cryptos, I think is what they're called. Crypto, whatever. Meh. Yeah. Anyways, so that's what we're going to talk about today because those are very weird and there are multiple different strange sightings across America of these weird and wonderful paranormal-ish things that we see. And if you're sitting to yourself thinking, what is a cryptoid? A cryptoid. I have no idea how to say it. I need to figure that out so I can keep talking about these things, okay? Bear with me, all right? So, they are for example, Bigfoot. That is one of them. The Loch Ness Monster is one of them. The Chupacabra is one of them. So, it's just those very weird things that we don't fully understand, that we don't fully understand as humans, or how they're here, or what made them, or why is this. There's another famous one, and there's a movie about it. It's my favorite one by far. It's called Mothman, and I say it like that because there was a TikTok trend about Mothman for a while where it was the YMCA song, and then I think it was a YMCA song. And at the, when everyone goes YMCA, it's Mothman. And that's how it's said. And I love saying Mothman like that. Some of these do have movies of their own, I will say. And then some of them are just random ones that I found. So I have 3 for you today. 2 of them are probably going to go by pretty quick, and one of them has a lot more details in it because it's more of a main one that people have focused on a lot more. So yeah, let's get into it, you weirdos and weirdettes. Alright, so the first one I have is called the Ozark Howler, and if you're from Missouri, like I am, and you're sitting there oh crap, the Ozarks? What? Why? The Ozarks is kind of I shouldn't say is kind of it is a lake area that us Missourians like to go and take trips onto and have nice weekends at. So yeah. So its name that people gives it is the Ozark Howler. Why? Because it's stated that it lives in the Ozark Mountains, but it has been sighted in areas of Arkansas, Missouri, obviously, Oklahoma, and Texas. So it gets around, okay? So some of these creatures have other names than what they're called. Some of them don't. So, this one has other names, and I think the first one is Hoo, I think. Or Ho Ho. Not HOE, but it's HOO. I think it'd be Who, because double O's make a ooh sound, right? Right? I don't know. I know I'm in classes and stuff, and I should know English because I speak it, right? And I use it every day of my life, but I suck at it. So, meh. Um, the other one is Nightshade Bear and Devil Cat. And Nightshade Bear makes more sense because the description that was given makes it sound more of a bear form. than it would a cat. But people also think like it could be a cat. So it there have been sightings of it since the 1800s. I don't know if there's still sightings of it till today. Um, Probably possibility. I mean, if you want to go looking for it, don't go looking for it. I'm not going to advise you to go look for it because we make smart decisions here, okay? Okay. So it is described to have shaggy hair, red glowing eyes, very like stocky legs. Like besides the red glowing eyes, like the shaggy hair and like stocky legs is definitely something of a bear. I know bears don't have like super shaggy hair, but like their hair is not super like slick, like slick back all the time, like unless they're talking about shaggy hair, like a longer fur coat that Um, it is around the size of a bear, so I mean, it could be a bear. And it also has prominent horns. And from the pictures I was looking at, the horns do happen to be on top of the head. But with genetic mutations, there could be possibly horns on a bear's head. I don't know. I don't know why that genetic mutation would happen, you know? I just know there are genetic mutations, but I can't tell you how or why it happened. Kind of like those one goats that have four horns on it instead of just like two. Genetic mutation. Um, it is also said that the cry of this animal sounds like a wolf howl, an elk's bulg. I think that's like them snorting. I should just put snorting, right? And then the laugh of a hyena all mixed together. So that's a pretty weird sound for something to make, in my opinion. I mean, that's weird, bro. Um, so the cryptozoologists who like looked deeper into this, because that is a job, identifying weird and obscure things. I don't think obscure is the word I'm looking for, but yeah, they state that this creature mis I is a misidentified cat. I don't know how. That's all the information I got off of it. But the anthropologists think that the creature is branching off of the dark dog of death, which is found in British folklore. So, yeah, a dark dog bringing death. That does not sound pleasant at all. That does not sound cheerful. That does not sound heartwarming or welcoming at all. So yeah, my advice would be to stay away from this thing if you do happen to see something of its likeness. It also states that the Ozark Howler has been described as a dark omen. If you don't know what omens are pretty much assigned to be like, hey, look at this. This is not good at all. Stay away, okay? And therefore, it being a dark omen, it it has like being a dark omen is kind of predicting death to who see it or who have seen it. So yeah, that is probably one of the ones that I would be like, yeah, no, don't. Because I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even try to sit there and be like, oh yeah, go and find like going and finding Bigfoot is a good idea either. No, it's not. You don't know what that creature is capable of. Nobody does, honestly. So why would we want to follow it, right? Right. Make better choices, people. Okay? I know we don't understand it and we want to understand everything in the world, but I'm going to tell you, not everything in this world wants to be understood. It wants to be left alone and do its own thing. Okay? Okay. And, oh my god, I just thought of something funny to myself. Honestly, Bigfoot sounds like the most absolute biggest introvert that there is. He's like, just get the fuck away from me and stay the fuck away from me. Like, he doesn't even allow people to take pictures of him. Good pictures. He's like, no. Goodness. Okay. All right. On to the next one. We are talking about Beast of Bray Road. Um, Bray Road is in Wisconsin, which is up north. So, Green Bay Packer. I said Green Packer. Wow. Get your shit together, Maisie. Anyways, it's a Green Bay Packer area, meh, meh, meh. But the sightings are in, I'm going to butcher this one, Delavan, Delavan. It's Delavan, Delavan. That's how I would say it. I'm sorry. And then Elkhorn. I'm not going to say Elkhorn wrong. I'm sorry. Unless it's some fanciness to it, like Elkhorn. I don't know. I, so I'm just going to say Elkhorn because that's what it looks like and spelled like. And those are both places in Wisconsin. And sightings for this mainly happened during the 1990s. And just like to be like, hey, you want to know what else was super like hip in the 1990s? Werewolf movies. And why am I making a connection to that? Give me a second, okay? Let me describe this thing to you. This is a hairy humanoid with canine features. So along the lines of looking like a werewolf. Hmm. But some say that it is Bigfoot. Hmm. So there's a lot of back and forth about what this creature truly is. Um, I mean, it could be a werewolf, could be Bigfoot. I don't know, but I don't think from the stuff that we know about Bigfoot so far that Bigfoot has canine features. I don't think so. I'm not for sure on that one. Um, Other names for this creature is bear wolf, like bear dash wolf, or the indigenous dog man, which are pretty good evidence. They're pretty good names for it. The evidence on this creature is far greater than any evidence supporting other werewolf legends that witnesses have stated to seen. So, I mean, if you get more into it about this cryptoid, cryptide, this crypt, um, you will find a lot more evidence than you would for like a regular werewolf legend. I'm assuming that England probably has a lot more werewolf legends. I'm not for sure. The only reason I'm saying that is because like I feel like for old timey, like back in the day, werewolf movies, they were always like along the lines like the cobblestone and those like beautiful Victorian streets and stuff and cobblestone and all that. I feel like that's why I'm thinking like werewolves are definitely an England thing. But they probably might not be. Who knows though? Um Cryptozoologists do not really care for taking the for like the take on shapeshifters, more or less saying that like the a werewolf is a shapeshifter because I mean obviously in the day time I would assume it would present itself as a human and then at night it a werewolf. That's just the basic horror facts 101 for scary movies. I don't know. But unless they had more of a paranormal view on things, then they would consider it like a serious, like more serious than anything, honestly. But I mean, I don't know. It could happen. I think, like, in my opinion, I feel like it is like a mutated thing. I don't feel like it's a shapeshifter that transforms. I feel like it is a humanoid thing that does have some features that are along more the line, of canine and stuff. But I really don't think in my mind it'd be a shapeshifter. I think it's just it is what it is, and it only gets spotted so often for people to be like, oh yeah, like there's this thingy. I don't know. All right, moving on. We're moving on to the next one, guys. Sorry, like I said before, this is going to be a short one because before I had this all recorded for you. But, my phone wanted to be dumb and cut off like 10 minutes of me talking for some reason. Ugh, technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it. Right? Am I right? Am I right? I don't know. Alright, so now we're going on to more of a well-known crypt. Um, It's called the Jersey Devil. And so I bet some of you who are listening into this probably listen to our sports podcast, big time talkers and stuff, and you're like, hey, I know the Jersey Devils, blah blah blah, they're that hockey team. No, this is not the same thing. Because we're talking about crypts here. And this is definitely probably one of the weirdest crypts that there are. Okay. So this creature is native to Pine Barren of New Jersey. So, yeah. And to me, like when I think of New Jersey, I don't know why I think of cities, but like I forget like New Jersey does have like woodsy areas and forests and stuff. So I'm like, oh, duh, you stupid. Anyways, this creature is described to have hooves. I believe it's just hooves on the back legs because this creature can stand up and like walk, even though it has like hooves. And like the front two, I mean, some state that they can be possibly hooves, but like the front two legs or arms, if you will, of this creature are kind of like just like three fingers, like a thumb, an index, and the middle finger. It's just three fingers on there, or like there are hands there. The tail of this is like a snake tail. So like it's gonna have like this scaly tail coming off of it. And like this one reminds me of, well, hold on, let me get to the rest of the details of it. It has giant bat wings, super giant bat wings. And then the torso area, I think of the torso area as like a horse too, because the head of this creature, it's supposed to look like a horse. So I feel like the torso must be like a horse torso, or it'd be like misproportioned. And it does, in some pictures, have horns on the top of its head. So therefore, like, Jersey Devil. But this reminds me of, gosh, that one thing I think it's from the Greek mythology. Let me look this up. Lion, chim, chimera, chimera, chi, chimera is how I'm going to say it. I only know this because I've played God of War. I mean, I should know the name of it, obviously, but like it's one of those things that slips your brain. So, like, okay, it has this weird contorted, like almost like human body, but it has like almost like bird feet on the front 2 feet, and then the back 2 feet are like goat hooves, and there's a goat head, and then like on the chest area there's like a lion's head too, and then its tail is a full-blown snake with a head at like snake head at the end. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of, that this reminded me of. And so sorry, like I could not freaking remember that for the life of me. Like, who am I? Anyways, so this is what the Jersey Devil like reminds me of. It's like almost a Greek mythology thing, but there were never any sightings until the 1700s. And people say also when they saw this creature, in the 1700s, it would glow. It had this glow to it, and it can breathe fire or poisonous water with its breath, which are along the lines of characteristics of a dragon. I don't know necessarily if dragons glow, but I feel like, like you would be able to see like some part of their body glowing if they're to breathe fire, right? So there's an origin story to this actually. And it's I didn't go into details about it because it's kind of like a weird origin story. So it traces back to a woman called Mother Leeds. She was suspected of being a witch, but was like a mistress to a British soldier too. I, I don't freaking know, okay? She had 13 children, but her 13th child she had cursed. And it was born a hairy creature and soon terrorized the populace, and it ate children. So that's the origin story of how the Jersey Devil became what it is. His mother, he, she, I don't know what it is. Its mother had cursed it because she is a witch, and she just cursed it to hell. Just like what the heck? Why are you cursing your children? It's your fault you're having 13 kids. You freaking mistress, you. Anyways, she cursed it, and it turned out into this horrific creature that would take to the skies at night and stuff, and it terrorized people and eat children. Wow. But yeah, this uh crypt is definitely one of the most major American monsters talked about. There's more information on it. I do highly suggest you guys go and look at pictures of these things. Like, there's not going to be definite pictures of them, but they're going to be like, drawings of what they are and stuff like that. I highly recommend you going and doing that. Also, they also try to sit there and explain like what the Jersey Devil could have been, actually. And they they compared it to a hammerhead bat, I think is what it's called. It is not one of the cute bats. It is a very weird bat, which like I can kind of see like how like the way that this bat looks would definitely match up to the descriptions of the Jersey Devil. Absolutely, 110% I can. But I don't think bats have snake tails. So like, you know, I think this is definitely like a cool thing to talk about on this podcast now. Absolutely. Like, I feel like if you love the strange and unusual and the creepy kind of things, like we could definitely do this more often. Also, if you live in, I, I did some research on this stuff, and I like looked these things up a little bit. You know, um, I didn't even know like we had the freaking Ozark Howler. Like I didn't even know that. But if you people out there know that you have a crypt in your state or something, you know, definitely like message the um the podcast webpage, or not webpage, podcast Twitter, and like be like, hey, I know of this crypt. It's a pretty cool one. It's from, like where I live and stuff. Like hit up B Card Entertainment for that and on Twitter, and you can get them at B Card YT and message them and be like, hey, I really want to hear Macy talk about this crypt that I found. Love to know more on it, Absolutely, I will do that for you guys. But until next time, I will keep looking out for some more crypts to talk about. And, excuse me, and we can definitely do this again. It's so fun talking about the strange and weird anomalies in this world. I will not be talking about Bigfoot, the Chupacabra, or the Loch Ness Monster for a while because those are very known main things that people like crypts that people know about, you know? So, with that, you can follow me at Macy. Ooh, what is my thing? I completely went blank. You can follow me on Twitter. Tis what my Twitter is. Oh, Macy_Czirr. Oh my god. It's Friday, guys. Leave me alone, okay? But yeah, definitely thank you for tuning in. It's the weekend, so please make good and smart choices out there. Don't go looking for things that don't need to be going looked at, okay? Alright. Y'all take care. I'll see you around next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.